Hello, welcome if you're new to my channel and welcome back if you have been here before. Today we are talking about the one thing you need to live from the end. It's super simple and I'm going to explain exactly how to do it today in this video, so stick around. And I also have a special treat, my new puppy, that I want to share with you, so stick around. My name is Hedley Derenzie. I am a qualified life coach, I'm an author, and I am also super passionate about the amazing teachings of the law of assumption as originally taught by the great American mystic Neville Goddard. It is the stories that we tell that create our reality. So if you want to change any part of your reality, then you have to start by changing the story. And if you want to create the most amazing reality, it helps to know how to tell the most amazing stories. And that's where these teachings can really help. And that is why I am here. I want to help you to tell the most amazing stories so that you can experience the most amazing reality. If you would like support with this, I am available for coaching. I also have a free 21-day Set Yourself Up with the Ultimate Self-Concept course, which is available right now. Or I am on Instagram. All of those details are in the box below this video, or you can find me at youaretheone.com.au. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, today we are talking about the one thing you need to live from the end in order to manifest what it is that you want. But before we get into it, I have a very special treat to share with you. As many of you know, well, maybe some of you don't know, but I have been working on manifesting my new dog into my life, and I want to introduce you now. She's a little bit shy. So say hello to Dora. Can you see Dora? Dora, say hi to everyone.
Can you say hi to everybody? Hi. No. She's a bit shy.
There's a lot going on for her. She is just the sweetest. So much of my life has changed in the last year since I have been applying these teachings. I have got a new house, I've got a new car, I've got a new dog, I have a new business. I mean, my life is completely transformed. I'm still working on other areas of my life, of course. So this is a process of awakening that is always and forever continuing. However, things really do shift when you apply these teachings and you're disciplined and you're committed and you really stick with yourself throughout this process, because it's not always easy and it's not always in a straight line, but things do get easier, and those down days, let's say, they become less and less, and just you feel like you can do more and more because you realize that you're the creator of your reality, you're the cause of your reality, and you're doing it in your imagination. So, you know, I just want to share my experiences with you and my successes so that you know, because I'm in your movie, so that means that this is also in your movie as well, if you would like it to be. Now, today we are talking about the one thing that you need to live from the end, because this is something that is super important when it comes to the law of assumption. Thinking from the end, not of the end. And that is, it sounds quite slight, but it's massive when it comes to manifesting, because most of us, certainly myself, and I know certainly the people that I'm working with, it's very easy to slip into the default thinking of what it is that we want. So we want a new car. I want that new car over there. Oh, I want that. They have a new car. Like, we're looking out into reality at objects that appear separate to us. However, as you know, your reality is the reflection of consciousness. Consciousness is the one and only reality. Reality is only and ever just reflecting that back. So for you to have something in reality means you first have to have it in consciousness to the degree that your subconscious believes it, because it's not the conscious that creates, it's the conscious that creates the conviction that then it kind of impresses on the subconscious, and then it's the subconscious that gets expressed and reflected back. So it's like you're doing all of your work in consciousness, and what that is doing is impressing on the subconscious. That's your work, because it is the subconscious that is like the projector of a movie, and that's what solidifies. Once it's in your subconscious, it will solidify and harden into fact, which is an external event appearing as real in your external reality. So the conscious impresses, the subconscious expresses. So that's the work we're doing. We're not consciously pushing shit out so that we can get a reflection back in reality, even though sometimes it feels like that's what we're doing. Now, Neville talks a lot about living from the end, meaning you already have what it is that you want. And of course, if reality is the reflection of consciousness, then of course you have to first have it in consciousness. You have to be living and being that person, having that thing that you want in consciousness for it to be impressed on your subconscious so that it gets expressed and reflected back in your reality. Because we are here to experience ourselves as God in 3D, in physical form, with our 5 senses. So that is the game. That's why we're here. We want to experience our desires and wants. That's the adventure. So what do you do in order to think from the end? How do you do this? You only need one scene that implies you have what it is that you want. That is simple. Now, most of us, we go into these embellished scenes and narratives that go on and here and there and everywhere. And before you know it, you're like, what story am I telling? Where am I? What am I doing? And you can easily get distracted by coming up with all these elaborate stories that could go off in all these different tangents, when really you only need one scene that implies you have what you want. Let's say you want a promotion from at your job. Let's say, like, just as an example. Now, there's a number of scenes that implies you have what you want. One scene could be going into your boss's office, sitting down and hearing your boss say, we love what you do, we'd like to give you a promotion. That's the scene. Or you feel your hand in theirs, shaking hand, confirming that you've accepted the promotion. Or you could have a scene that's completely separate to that, where you're out to dinner with a good friend or your partner, and you're cheersing a glass of champagne or apple juice if you're non-alcoholic, and you're cheersing and you're hearing your partner or your friend say, congratulations on your job promotion, so proud of you. Now, that scene implies that you have been promoted and you've got the job promotion that you wanted. That is all you need to live from the end of what it is that you want. But what you do with that scene is you perfect it in your imagination. And by perfecting, I mean you play that scene out over and over and over until you have engaged each one of your 5 spiritual senses. Let's say you're out to dinner and you're having a celebratory dinner over this job promotion. You want to be able to see that person sitting next to you really clearly, like get into the detail. What are they wearing? And then like see everything about like the surroundings of the restaurant that you're in. Then you want to be able to feel it. So you'd feel the glass in your hand. You'd really like wait until you can really feel that glass, and then you'd clink your glass with them and you'd feel that glass clinking. You might feel the breeze on your skin. You might like sense the temperature. Then you want to smell. You smell the glass of wine or champagne before you sip it, and you smell it. And you wait in your imagination until you can smell it. And I can guarantee that you will absolutely be able to smell it once you focus your attention on it. Those senses are available to us in our imagination. In fact, they're the senses that we need to develop more of, because that's what makes real those things that we want. So we have to engage our spiritual senses. That's what it means to feel into having what it is that you want. It means to experience having what you want already. You do that by your 5 senses. That's how we know we have what we want in reality, with our 5 senses. So we just have to simply do Dora's snoring. Anyway, so we have to do that in our imagination. We have to make it as real as possible. You want to see it, you want to feel it, then hear what they say. Hear them say congratulations on your new job promotion. Really hear those words, sense their voice. If you know the person, if it's your partner, you probably know their voice. Like really hear it, and then perhaps you then bring the glass to your lips and you taste that champagne, you feel the bubbles pop on your tongue. And that is your scene. So that's what I mean by perfecting your one scene. You only need one scene that implies you have what you want. That's it. You do not need to go into some elaborate story. So if it's money, what's one scene that implies you have the money that you want? Super simple. Just ask yourself the question, what is a scene that implies I have what it is that I want in each area of my life? And then you perfect that scene, and then you pick which is the priority, and that's the scene you fall asleep to each night. Remember, that moment just before you fall asleep is a super powerful moment. You want to use it to really embed the one scene of the thing that you really want the most, like that priority. There's generally something that you're really focusing on. If it's a new relationship, what's a scene that implies you have the person of your dreams in your life now? It could be that they take your hand in theirs. Something as simple as that. You would then perfect that scene so that you can really feel them taking your hand, feeling their fingers slip through yours, and then just holding your hand like that, or whatever it is, or slipping the ring on your finger. Like Neville talks about that a lot. If you want to be married, feel that ring on your finger and go to sleep with that ring on your finger. And that's it. One scene. One scene, people, that is all you need. And then perfect that scene. Don't go off onto some tangent with some narrative. Just play out that one scene over and over and over and over. And the reason that we are doing that always is to impress our subconscious, because the brain can't tell the difference between what it sees and what it imagines. So we have to convince the subconscious, which is the creator of reality, that we already have what it is that we want. And you only need one scene to do it. So I hope I have emphasized that point. That's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to share today. Thank you for listening. If you found this useful, please like, share, and comment. I love reading your comments. I'm very appreciative. Thank you. And if you would like to sign up for my channel, you can do that. I would love to have you. And if you'd like support with anything that I've talked about in this video, you'll find me at youaretheone.com.au, and I will see you next time. Thanks. Bye.